What's good? Welcome to the channel. My name is Jerome Shador Wilson. I don't know if there's anyone new that's watching this, but if you are, welcome to the channel. For those that have came back and decided to watch me talk in front of the camera again, thank you. No, I really do appreciate it. Um, I have to film today. I got to be on set for the film Bloodline. All monsters are human. A project that I've been a part of for about probably a little bit over 2 years now. Um, my first lead role, and we're working on the second episode. And I believe that it's gonna finish sometime this year and have a premiere out here in Arizona as well. Um, 1 second. Yeah, it's gonna be a film out here. We're gonna have the premiere out here in Arizona. Whenever we are done filming, I will definitely put the dates out. Just so for those that are watching this video, if you aren't following my social media, this is another platform where you can kind of stay up to date with what I got going on and what I do with my life. And this is more so like a more close and personal. Whereas social media, I use it as a tool, and I mean, don't get me wrong. There's times when I'm just scrolling on there mindlessly, but for the most part, I don't really put too much of myself out there in comparison to this on the channel, where I'm actually talking in front of the camera. Um, so yeah, this is just a different outlet for me to engage with whoever's willing to listen. The audience. Um, but yeah, we're gonna film. I got to film today. I've been prepping for the past couple of weeks now. How do I feel? How do I feel confident? Confidence wise, I believe I'm gonna do fine. um, I feel good about it just because at this stage of my career right now, and this is still just the beginning stage. It's not like I'm just so far ahead or anything like that. But at this stage right now, where I'm at, it just feels natural. Like I'm not really overthinking it too much. Like I do the work. So now when it comes to film day, it's just all right. Now let's go, let's do it. So like I put the work in, I put the time in, and energy and the thoughts and the emotions and dissecting. So like there's really nothing for me to really be nervous about. Um, may I fuck up today? Maybe. But I'm not anticipating it. It's just I'm just kind of going with the flow and rolling with the punches. So, from my understanding, when working in film, anything can change in a moment's notice. Like the sunlight may not be hitting the right angle, or something messes up with the audio, or lighting is messing up. Whatever the case may be, like it's always adjusting and figuring stuff out. So that's how I kind of approach for my roles, where I do the work, I prep, get ready for the day, and then when the day comes, if something changes, then let's go. So I guess it would be different if I were not prepared and I didn't really read the script and I don't even know who my character is. It's a lot different. But yeah, I'm just taking it day by day, and now's the day for me to perform, and I'm grateful, and I'm just gonna show up and do what I gotta do, man. Like, I'm so, like I just so nonchalant and just like, yeah, I mean, let's go, yeah, going with the flow. Um, this is what I'm wearing too. I'm gonna be wearing this for the scene. I bought this yesterday. Um, it's pretty hot out here, but I mean, it is what it is. I thought this was like on some fly stuff, and I was just like, all right, cool. Cheap, affordable, and it goes with what I'm looking for. And on top of that, I can wear this even outside of film. It's like, oh, okay, I got some I got some few pieces up in here. You know what I'm saying? So I do like my fashion, and I've been more so catered towards vintagey feel and comfort, obviously, but vintage stuff that tells a story. It doesn't always have to be these name brands or designer. I'm fine with wearing some subtle stuff. I think that's a little bit more my style, where it's that the term subtle luxury. I like it. It's like cool, relaxed, comfortable, pleasing to the eye, simple, not too loud, quiet. That's how I would describe it. Even grounded and calm. That's how I describe myself. So it's like I feel like this is kind of just go with who I am and how I dress. But with the character Black, I feel like he also has a little bit of style too. So I figured that this would work with what I'm going for. Because it's easy to be like, this dude's a bad guy, wear black. I mean, I get it. I understand, but bad guys can have, quote unquote, bad guys can have style too. We wear a little bit of color, Doesn't everything have to be black and dark and just show like a little bit of a different side of the character. This is how I approached it. It's just showing like, all right, you can also put a fit on too. He looks like your everyday guy instead of just looking like a basic tough guy. Tattoos on the face, bandana, all that other shit. Like, nah. This is just like someone that doesn't fit the general description, but little do you know, he is involved in quite a few different things. And it takes for you as the viewer to, identify that, or, it's just, it's showing a different side of my character. And I think this is why it would benefit that I wear this. I did it last minute. Went shopping yesterday, found this fit, and it was cool. I had a different outfit in mind. It was gonna be like I don't know if it's mechanics or even maybe farmers. It's like that onesie that Jason wears, like that one piece, and you can just zip it up and button it up. It's kind of like overalls, but not overalls, because the overalls is like that strap. But this one is like an all jumpsuit type of thing. Yeah, I had that idea, but I was like, like it wasn't fitting me right. So, and I stumbled upon this outfit, this idea, and I was getting help from the person that was working there. But yeah, like this is some of the things that I think about before I go into the shoot. And these are things that I was told to think about, like go into the scene, how that person would dress. That's like basic 101, So, again, I put the work in, put the time in, and now it's just time to show up and do what I got to do, But yeah, I'm excited. It's always good to be working and acting and doing what I love. A lot of things have been going my way in life, and I'm just truly grateful. I be giving my glory to God all the time. Yeah, it's just life has been going pretty smooth, and it goes up and down. It happens, but for the most part, it's always working in my favor. Even when I'm down, like I'm still able to see the reason as to why I'm there, quote unquote down, because it's like, I feel like down would be where I started. That would be like going all the way back down. If anything, it's kind of like stocks. It's like a little bit down and go back up. A little bit down and go back up. So it's like, it's not, life is not bad. Life is good. I look around and I appreciate things that I have, appreciate the things I worked for, appreciate where I'm at in life, and appreciate the people that are involved in my life and helping me grow and inspiring me. And it's just like really dope. Like life has been really dope. I just visited a artist out here in Arizona named Chris. Makes a really dope art, and all of it has deep meaning. And depending on how I feel while I edit this, I'll pop some photos up of some of the stuff he's created. Um, but yeah, it's really dope, and stuff like that. Like I made in the other videos, meeting dope people and being inspired. You know, it's just really cool to me just to be around that kind of energy of someone creating. You know, we all have different avenues and outlets on how we go about the arts, but either way, it's like there's like an understanding among artists that like, yo, we're kind of we're in the same house but different rooms, you know. So we all go about it a little bit differently, and I think it's really dope. And that's why I always try to, you know, get out the house and be around people and go to these events and you know meet people, meet dope ass people. I think that's really cool, and it's just in a sense it's like an exchange. It's like currency. Um, we're exchanging things, whether it's our energy, our conversation, um, the work that we're doing, inspiring. Like it's just something that's like a quick exchange, and I really appreciate that, especially when it's genuine. It's not like, oh, I'm just trying to get something out of you. I think that, I mean, I already spoke about it all in another video, but I mean, I think that is not my way of doing things. So I'll rather let other people go about it how they feel like is right, and I am just doing my thing and staying out of trouble and doing what I love, creating and talking and hopefully inspiring others, that are watching what I got going on, and it's truly a blessing. It really is. I'm extremely grateful. Life is good. Um, But yeah, I just kind of wanted to record real quick and tell you guys how my day is going to go. When I get back home, maybe I'll do like an aftermath of like how I felt about the scene today and maybe some of the things I experienced. Um, Maybe even show some footage if I decide to record on my phone. It's just whenever I'm on set, I try to stay focused. Like I'm not there to get the behind the scenes. I hope that other people are there to get the behind the scenes. Because like when I'm on set, I'm at work, and when I'm at work, I'm focused. I got a job to do. I'm not thinking about my YouTube channel content as I'm at my job, my career, acting. It's not on my mind. So yeah, I'll do my best in getting some behind the scenes, or hopefully someone's able to capture some behind the scenes, and I'll show it to you and I'll put it on the channel. Um, but yeah, I'm probably gonna start, winding down, get off the camera, relax, and dial in on what I'm about to do today, and I'll see you guys later. I'll chop it up and tell you guys how everything went. Um, so yeah. I'll talk to y'all in a few. Appreciate y'all for listening. Yeah. What up, y'all? Back from my shoot. This is the next day. Um, the shoot went by, I'll say pretty quick, honestly. Quicker than it actually was. It was got there at 1, left there at like 11:50. So that's like a 10-hour day. It was 10 to 11 hour day. A lot of things. I wouldn't say a lot of things. Some things didn't really go our way initially, so we had to improvise and figure it out. A little bit of improv and just exactly how expected. That just comes with art. You know, not everything will come out exactly as planned, and not everyone's gonna be there. Everyone's schedule is not gonna mesh. Um, so we had to figure it out, and how it all turned out. I think it turned out really well. There were some things that I've never done before that I had to do. Um, well, for one, something that was like super like fun and cool was the fact that I waterboarded somebody. You know, interrogated the dude. We're in the garage, and like I'm just trying to get answers to who killed my brother. And I'm talking about Bloodline, Chapter 2. All monsters are human. Should be premiering sometime this year, 2025. But anyways, you know who killed my brother? Pouring water down his throat, all in his face and everything, just drowning him in water. And that was just like something really cool that I've never done before, and you know it's dope. You know, I think about it now, and I realize like with the jobs that I have, whether it's like bartending or working in retail or whatever the case may be, like these jobs don't give me these opportunities that I wouldn't that I don't typically get, you know. And I think that's the really dope part about acting. Like it allows you to experience new things and see new things, and it's really cool. Like my career is really special. Like I really value it, and you know, though there are times when like it may be rough, but I just find the joy in it and understand that I'm doing what I love. So that was dope. And then another thing that I've never done before was the fighting choreography. You know, um, the fighting choreography was actually fun and funny, just because like it was a fight scene. I get punched. I actually get punched quite a few times, and the funny thing is, the person I was working with, Chris, his name is Dion in the project. I mean, there was a couple of times where he actually hit me. Like it was like a hard hit or anything like that. But there was a couple of times when he like, hit me over the head or something like that. Or, getting tossed to the ground, or it was just like shit. Like this shit is really dangerous. Like it can be, at least. Um, but it was really dope. I really enjoyed the experience. I never did any fighting choreography. Never waterboarded anybody, and I feel like the shoot day went really well. Um, it went really well, especially how it ended. I feel like that last scene that we did with the fight scene. I think a lot of people will like that scene. I like it already just thinking about it, because we're just going head to head. There's me and the character Dion, and he puts a gun to my head, and then like the way my character reacted to it all was like a little bit of nonchalant, and like the only reason why I was nonchalant was just due to the fact that the character I'm playing, Black, and Dion, they're really close. So the fact that Dion pulls a gun on Black, it's like what the fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying? Like it's like pulling a gun on your brother, and it's like, bro, like you're not gonna use that shit. So what the fuck are you doing? You know, you just over here bluffing. So it was just like really dope, the dynamic between the two characters. And even towards the end, when we're like laying up against the wall after the fight, it's like you can kind of see how the relationship like comes back together after the fight. So it's like a real brotherly fight where obviously they are at odds, in the beginning of the scene, and then towards the end or at the end, that's where they kind of come back together. And I think that's when they even realize the fact that they're on the same team. You know, um, my brother in the film was shot and killed. Dion's brother was just shot. From Dion's perspective, I had something to do with it. But in reality, I had nothing to do with it. Like it was just like someone's coming after me, and they just so happened to shoot your brother in the process. Um, so it was just like that, and so someone's obviously targeting me, and I think at the end they kind of realize that, oh, there's someone really after the both of or after me, and they're just trying to send a message like, yo, we're coming for you. So I think Dion realizes that I'm not the enemy. I'm just trying to help out where I can and do the best I can with what I got. And there's someone out there that's either trying to take over the organization or is just trying to get me out of the picture. you know. And by doing that, he's trying to take out everybody involved with me. So in reality, you shouldn't even be coming at me. You should be trying to find out who the hell is doing all this. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's really dope. I think the scene is really dope. I think people really enjoy it. And I'm actually really interested in seeing how the fighting scene goes and how they do it with the editing. I've never done anything like that before, so hopefully it's like super realistic and people actually believe I got hit. Well, I really did get hit in some of them, so you guys are welcome. The things I do for film. um, yeah, it was really cool. And today I took a day off from work just so I can do this video, and I believe it's worth it. Like I'm working a job that I'm working two jobs, but caught off of one. But that one is like, what's more important? My career or a job that is a means to an end? I appreciate the experience. I appreciate the time. But at the end of the day, it's not really worth my time. So it's only a matter of time until I leave this job. Um, I felt like it was just more important for me to do this and talk in front of the camera and explain my day yesterday and uh, do what I want to do. You know, I think that's a really important thing that you know I think people should think more about. Like I get it, you want to do things for the money and you want to work and get paid and all that other stuff, but I think another thing that's really important is yourself and your peace of mind and doing things that you truly want to do. Don't keep putting things on the back end because I could have easily went to work, come back home at a reasonable time, but I would have been exhausted. I would have been um, tired. Same thing as exhausted, hungry. I just wouldn't have been my best version of myself when I came back home because I put in my best hours during the day towards my job. Whereas now, since I called off, I'm using my best hours towards things that I actually care about growing and doing. And, as long as I'm taking advantage of my day, I think it's worth it. It would be different if I'm just laying around playing with my dick and thinking about all the things I want to do and not do it. Like that's different. Like, but I think that everyone should take the time out of their day and do things that they care about, man. Like, fuck, the money's gonna come. Don't be so focused on that. Obviously, you need to pay your bills, but if you want to take a day off and you can afford to do that, then do it. a lot of these companies don't really give a fuck about their employees. I'm not saying all, but some of them are just like, you're just a number, and whether you're there or not, like they don't care. Obviously, they'll want you there, but I mean, out there, they'll be quick to replace you whenever they feel like it's necessary, or they feel like they want to get you up out of there. So why not do what's best for yourself? Treat yourself as a business and create a business for yourself, so you can get away from working for a company that doesn't necessarily care about you. And I feel as though by doing that, I think the sky's the limit in regards to that. Whereas in a traditional 9 to 5, there's that ceiling there. But if you were to have your own business and be self-employed, the ceiling keeps going up. It goes as far as you want to take it. So if you don't want to take it that far, then it's not gonna go that far. But it's just kind of more so up to you. And instead of relying on someone else to provide, you're relying on yourself. But that is my spiel about my mindset and how I carry myself and how I move throughout my day to day, and how I view work. But don't get me wrong, if you find that company that you really want to work for it and grow in it, I think that's the right move. Do that. But if you're working for a company that you don't necessarily care to be there, and it's kind of a dead end job, then try to find out a way to get past that. How to get out of that situation and improve your situation. But it's not gonna happen on its own. You have to put the work in, and you got to put the time in, and you got to have a plan. You got to work towards it. It's not gonna be given to you. Nothing is. And even if it is given to you, it's not gonna hit the same if you earn it on your own. Um, well, yeah. I can go on and on and on and on and on, but I am going to wrap this up, edit this video, and get ready for the next video whenever that one is recorded and edited and posted. But as always, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you guys haven't already, please hit the like button. Share the video if you feel like someone needs to hear whatever I need to say, or you find something I say inspiring or that could inspire others. Hit the subscribe button if you wish to just stay a part of my journey and just see how my life unfolds throughout the years, because this channel is never going to end for as long as I'm alive. So, you guys are going to see a whole lot of growth and see how much I've experienced throughout life. I think it's just like a really dope concept of me just talking and just documenting things. But yeah, I appreciate y'all. As always, chase your dreams. Um, y'all stay cool. Y'all stay smooth. We out. Peace.